Growers Show.
What's going on, people? Here we are, Home Growers Championship Podcast, episode 13. We're dropping here with our first glimpse into the hosting that we've got going on for this year. My boy Jano, King Cosmic, sitting around, joined us today. Give a little bit of, love back to us to get us hyped up, get us going. Of course, we got Justin here, main man, sitting around, Banner City behind him. We always rolling deep. So, Vijano, you were here last year. You were our last
Mm-hmm.
year's host. You were Justin's last year host. I wasn't involved, but let's dive into who you are, what you're all about. I know you from doing my own podcast. Justin knows you from last year, but this is the first year of us doing this podcast. So drop a little bit of knowledge on us. Who are you? Where are you from? What you doing?
All right, my peoples, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's good to see y'all. My name is Jano Alexander, aka King Cosmic. I've been a cannabis host, and a cannabis enthusiast, cannabis businessman for the last since about 2019. Since before that, I've been hosting concerts and shows since 2014, I believe, and just been doing general business. Stuff in the music industry since 2011 to 2012. So I've got nice little couple years under my belt, handling more than a decade of handling business here in this cannabis industry and
How
outside
old
of
are
it.
you?
I just turned 33 2 weeks ago.
Damn, dude, fucking a whole decade in it already, man. That's fucking legit. That's
Just
starting
turned
early and
33 two
fucking
weeks ago.
finding what you like to do and sticking with it. That's great.
Of course, of course, of course. And to be able to actually do this now in the legal space, to be able to exist now in a freer, because still a little funny out there.
Mhm.
A little funny out there.
Yeah,
But to
that's
be
for
able
sure.
to exist now in such a space, in a more public space, is a beautiful thing. And I've just been here rocking out. I've hosted you guys' show. I've hosted the New York Cannabis Awards Music Festival, um, and a couple of other things as well. I can't even remember the names of them off the top of my head because cannabis.
You got
But
the two big ones.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that you met Redman at that one. Like they can't
uh huh.
just it's see, I remember some shit. I might not have like one of those crazier memories, but you said that was like one of your fucking lifelong dreams to be up on stage, right? And rap.
Uh-huh.
And you got to do
Uh-huh.
that.
And
And
get
that's
to
pretty
get to
fucking
rap at a
sick.
music
Yeah.
festival like that. Yep.
Yeah.
So
I
I've been freestyling for the last, I don't know, since like fifth grade. So just
hell
been
yeah,
able
dude.
to create in spaces for people to get opportunities to level up and, bring people out to spaces such as this. That's always been my thing, get on a festival stage and really get the crowd involved. So that's what I love to do. And so getting the opportunity to do it once again, bringing it bringing it all the way up to you guys and really just contributing that energy and that crowd. That's what I love to do.
Oh yeah, bro. In that same vein, how did you get into hosting back? I think you said 2014, if my memory is serving me right. What was
Yeah.
what was your first gig and how'd you fucking pull that off?
Oh, so funny enough, so I used to throw this thing called the Underground Concert Series, which is a platform for up and coming artists. I'm always big about like helping people that's on their journey to get them as far as they can go. And so we were throwing concerts. I came up with the idea of the concert after having like a record label for a little while, and the people, like, I would set it up. I had a little team and I would set it up, but I didn't host at the time. I would just organize. Like that was my thing. I was always the organizer and things like that. And long story short, after doing that for a while, me and my business partner had ended up splitting, and he was the host. And like, just out of pure like, no, I'm not gonna let this thing fail. Like just because we split, I'm gonna get on the stage and like I had other people hosting. You know, I'd get on the stage every now and again, but then I was like, no, no, the next show I'm not gonna let it fail. We had a show planned. I'm gonna do it, and I got on the stage and I killed it. Like I just was on point. I just refused to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like I refused to lose.
That's
And everybody
feeling,
was like,
man.
I'm like, oh yeah, don't worry. Next time we're gonna have another guest host. And everybody's like, yo, no, no, no. You better come back next time. I was like, all right, next time I'll be back. And everybody was mad hype. And after that, it was just magic, man. I was like, you know what? I do like this. I don't know why I didn't do this before. So I got
Like,
back on it, and I loved it ever since.
which kind of brings me to the next point, right? You and I first met at the 2023 New York Cannabis Awards Music Festival that you
Hmm.
just mentioned a few minutes ago. How'd you get in there? Like,
Oh, that's another one of those like magic moment stuff because so Cannabis, that was my baby that I started with my business partner at the time. And it was all about like I saw the cannabis industry changing and I saw that they had a niche missing for women to have a chance in the cannabis industry, right? To be able to like really experience the cannabis industry in a proper way. Like not to say there's not other brands out there that's doing it, but not in a way that's like creating a platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when I built that back in 2019, through the internet, we got connected with the Cannabis Awards Music Festival. And that time they were only in Vegas. And I'm talking to my team and I'm like, yo, this looks amazing. Like we gotta get involved in this. And they had sent us some tickets for the 2020 show. But our brand was like brand new, like a couple months old. And I was like, how the hell are we gonna make it to Vegas? Like we just started. But COVID hit. So unluckily, but luckily, COVID hit. So it gave us a whole year to like prepare.
Stuff ready.
So now
figure it out.
2021 comes and we're like, yo, like I'm like, yo, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Like there's nothing like this that I've seen before. I end up convincing the girls to go. We had up like 6 girls went. Amazing time. Like I'd never experienced something like this before, like a whole music festival, awards for cannabis. I'm like, this is crazy. And so I met Sheldon, the owner, and he didn't even remember that one because it was so busy. But I was like, Sheldon, we gotta bring this to New York. Like we gotta bring this to New York. And then I went back the next year, 2022, and like I got to actually like meet and talk to Sheldon that time because I went like the day before to like a meet and greet, something or the other, and like we had time to chop it up. And I'm like, man, we gotta bring this to New York, like New York, like. And he's like, I mean, okay, man, like I hear what you're saying. Like if we can make it work, we'll make it work. And then 2023, that year, I started working with them. They knew me because of Cannabis, and they were looking for executive promoters. So I connected with them on that. But through Cannabis, one of the other things that I do is the cannabis travel agency. So I help connect people just on regular travel, but I really like to focus on cannabis travel, helping people get to places, knowing about cannabis tourist destinations, things like that. And so I talked to Sheldon and I was, letting him know my skill set and stuff from the executive promoting side. And he was like, "Oh man, we need something like that." We always booking stuff because they had expanded from that point to from just Vegas to doing Arizona and California as well. And they they were like, we travel, that would be very helpful for us. So they ended up creating a position for me for director of travel and tourism to help with that kind of stuff. And I was like, yo, like I know like this is my side. If we bring us to New York, my only stipulation is I want to host. Like that's the only stipulation. I want to host because this is amazing. And then he called me. It was right after we finished the Arizona one. No, no, no. It was right after we finished the Nevada one in 2023. Yeah, it was 2023. And he called me. He was like, how you keep saying that we want to do New York. Well, we just met the owner of this farm, Menard's Family Farm, and he's a lawyer, and they just got contacted with us. And that was the year that they allowed the growers showcases. So it was the first time legal that we were able to sell direct to customer. And he was like, yo, you say you want to do this in New York? We got 60 days. And I was like, I've been waiting for this my whole fucking life, man. So we just jumped on it and got the ball rolling, and the rest is history at that point.
It's awesome.
That was a blast, man. We were out there without being too incriminating.
We was out there.
My tent changed the vibe of that place.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, man. Yes, it did,
So
man.
what was I mean, I know, I think, but what was your first, like, experience with cannabis? What really got you like that this is something I'm gonna be fucking hanging around with for
It was my first time. Oh, so yeah, this is a funny story. So it was actually I fell in love with cannabis the first time I actually really tried it, and I just never looked back. Like it was, we old enough so I can incriminate myself a little bit. It was 16. I was 16. It was in high school. Um, and I had this Russian friend. This is why you shouldn't listen to Eastern Europeans about drugs when you're a kid. It's like he was telling me about his shrooms trip. And I was like, he was making it sound like he was living in a cartoon. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to live in a cartoon. And my other bro was like, bro, you never tried nothing. Just smoke some weed. And I was like, nah, everybody smokes weed. I want to do something fun. Like, I want to do something fun. Man, so we had a bet. We was like, all right, we're going to try shrooms. And then we're going to smoke some weed. And we're going to see how it fucking goes. And that shroom trip sent me over the moon, man. Because, like, I ended up taking way more than I should have. Like I ate straight caps, no like maybe 2 stalks and 3 caps of an eighth that I split between me and my friends. So I'm like gone to the fucking moon. And like I'm tripping balls, can't control it. Everything's going crazy. But at the end of that day, I hit my first joint and like the sun was setting and like it just evened everything out. And I was like, yo, this is magic. This shit right here is magic. And I was like, okay. This is something good. I was wrong. I should have just smoked some weed first. And ever since then, I
Weed and
just
mushrooms go great together. Honestly, if you weren't on the mushrooms, you might not have had that magic experience from the weed because a lot of
from
people
the
say
weed,
they don't
yeah.
even get high off of weed the first time they smoke it.
that's
We
what I was
talked
Yeah.
just
about this
thinking.
before.
Yeah, it's probably the mushrooms that, like, I don't want to, like, enabled you to fucking feel it, because like that's like the conclusion we came to. It's like maybe your body's just not like ready for it, and you're like, "It's fucking, I'm gonna get canceled, go to jail." Like you pop that cherry, you know what I'm saying? Like
Uh-huh.
fucking, and it was like, I don't know, maybe it's like your first drug. Maybe like your body knows, like, I need some of this, or it's a fun time, and you tried
Uh-huh.
mushrooms, and it just kept going. Like mushrooms don't fuck around. It's like you're gonna feel it first time, no matter what. And yeah,
Yeah, you're
maybe
gonna
that's
get
how you
sent to the
fucking felt
moon,
the weed. Because
man.
I didn't fucking feel my first weed. Fuck, my first weed, I never felt it.
You got to go
Oh
into
yeah.
mushrooms educated though. Let's take a fucking sidebar real quick. First time I ever did mushrooms, man, I ended up laying on a train track behind MCC. Like,
Yeah.
not like I wasn't trying to be negative about it, but it's an active train track. All right. And I got lucky because I was there for like 2, 3 hours just looking
Oh
at the
shit.
sky. Like
Look at this guy.
everything just goes in circles. Everything's just a circle. Like it's,
Uh-huh. I
oh,
remember that feeling. Oh man. And it's
That's when
funny
you
because like
start feeling
when
bugs.
I did
That's what
shrooms the first time, like I did mad research into it. That's why I felt so confident at first. I'm like, well, it's not addictive, it's natural, all these things. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then I ate it and I'm like, oh yeah, the reason why this does this is because like so deer doesn't eat it. Because if they eat it, they could get eaten by a lion. And I'm like, oh, now I'm gonna get eaten by a lion. Look at me.
stupid son of a bitch.
I just
Yeah.
remember thinking like I don't know any of this is real. Like I could just be in a coma somewhere for lack of a better word, and I've made up this entire world around me and in my head, and like none of this is actually real. It's all just made the fuck up. And
Uh-huh.
Maybe you look past the veil there or something. You know, maybe you check past the curtain, Neo.
Oh
that was
man.
hard. That was like pre normalization days because I'd say that mushrooms are now in the normalization phase where there's a relatively fair amount known about them. Like people are generally
Uh-huh.
mildly educated, right? Whereas back then it was like, oh, you're doing mushrooms, you got to eat an eighth.
Yeah.
Here you go, eat an eighth.
Oh,
And
you're
like
not gonna feel it unless you eat it.
you don't. People, public service announcement, you
Yeah.
don't need an eighth, especially
Yes,
not the
you
first
do not, bro. You definitely
time.
do
I'll tell you,
not.
a stem will fucking do you good. You
Uh-huh.
fucking find a nice veiny stem. I don't look for
Uh-huh.
too
You
many
good. Like,
veiny
oh my
things, but
God.
you know, I find something
I'm,
veiny in a
You would,
mycelium. Yeah.
you would. It's a
uh,
super bad reference. Big veiny triumphant bastard.
for sure. No, yeah.
a
I
big
mean,
baby stem and some
fucking
penis envy.
yeah. Well, so let me tell you, man, those penis envy ones, those are the ones that'll creep up on you. Like it's the difference. You can almost liken it to the difference between fucking real high quality fucking cannabis and mids. Because
Uh-huh.
penis envy, you only need a fucking stem. You know,
You want to get
if
into
it's a fat stem, like it's
my
no
buddy?
joke.
My buddy grew this variety called Halo Gates, and it was Emerald Gates crossed to something else. Um, and those make penis envy look like child's play.
Really,
That's
like I
crazy.
don't fuck around with penis envies. You know, like, I'll take it a
That's
couple
crazy.
times, but it's those ones that you're like, this is the incriminating me. Back in the day with like the red Supermans and the purple spatula fucking beaners, man. Like you stayed away from those ones because you heard stories about them. Like, oh my god, Donnie took a fucking pink Superman last week and ended up fighting a tree. Yeah, he broke his arm. Like that's how I feel about penis envy. So if there's something out there that's fucking even worse than that, you keep that shit at
That's gonna
yourself.
make you feel, yeah, that's gonna make,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you keep that shit at home.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about mushrooms. So let's get back to
To
the
the magical
topic on
plants.
in the magical plant, not fungus, the magical plant of cannabis. What do you love most about cannabis? I know that
This.
that's a fucking loaded question, but
This
No,
community
but
right here, for
for
real.
me, yeah, the community. Like my favorite thing about cannabis is that I get to share it with people. Like, yeah, being high is fun. Like I will put that number two. But like just so many experiences I've had just because I'm like, oh, you got some weed? I got some weed. Let's smoke. And then like the conversations, the connections, the
Instant
adventures
connections.
I've been on, just because some a fire hit a plant while it was rolled up. Like so many memories I have just because of that. Like, oh
so many
man,
memories
like
you don't have because of
that I
that.
don't have because of that. So many
I'll
memories.
never pull
Somebody
that
was like,
out.
"Yo, this happened." I'm like, "Oh shit, that did happen. You right."
I often had lack of memories because I was the one standing in like the fucking shed, fucking burning while everyone's like, "Oh, did you see the fight in there?" Like, no, dude, I was outside getting toasted. Like, oh no, man, fucking huge fight inside. So those are the memories I lost. All good times. That's what I fucking love about it. It's just everything's a good time when it comes to it.
Uh huh.
I mean, you can
And like,
have paranoia.
for
Justin
me,
knows you
I've
can have
always been
some, but
lucky enough that like, whenever I'm having a good memory, I like try to imprint it. I try my best to imprint it because like, there's so many good ass memories on cannabis. Just like, and especially the most unexpected ones. You know, that's really what it is for me. Like, it turned a normal day into an adventure. Like, and like, like the least people that you would expect be
yeah,
like, oh, oh, you wanna,
never would have hung out with him before in your life. You know what I mean?
and
You
then
just
you just,
catch him with it. Like, oh man, you got to do. Oh, shit. I know you.
Yo, try mine.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
for real. Um, it does. It brings everybody. I mean, I didn't know either of you last year at this time. I didn't know either of you. You know what I mean? I knew
Mm-hmm.
Justin. Just I don't think Justin knew me. I knew Justin. Um, I knew you because of fucking Say Wall, Amanda. You didn't know me. I met you like 3, 4 years ago, bro. You don't remember, do you? Three,
I
four
think
years
I
ago at the
remember you
hibachi
telling me
place.
hibachi dinner.
Yeah, you were fucking
Oh
out
wow.
of it, bro. Like you were toasted. You were toasted. I looked right at Jen. I'm like, he's fucking high. I wish I was that high. Jen's like, you don't even know these people. I'm like, yeah, actually, I do. I know Kelly. I know Steve. I know Amanda. I know everybody here. He's fucking
That's why I was so high
high.
because I didn't know anybody, dude. And I used to be that guy that was like, I'm not fucking talking to anybody unless I'm fucking stoned.
Yeah,
And then I get super stoned and I'm like, I'm not talking to anybody.
Because I'm too
because I'm
high. Now I'm
super
too high. I can't
stoned.
talk to nobody.
Uh,
Yeah,
Sweet. So last year, obviously, we've already mentioned you hosted last year's event, did a fucking awesome job. Um,
Thank you.
from that day, what was your most memorable experience since we're talking about cannabis memories?
Um, just the feeling of being on that stage, man. Just the feeling of being on that stage. Like that stage is official tissue, man. That stage is official tissue, man. Like, oh man, getting up on that stage and knowing that we was just about to rock the fuck out and just like, because one of the things I love to do is like, as I said, it's all about the energy. So like going up there, and I don't even need to know the artist. If you're just dropping bangers and I could give that energy with you, let's jump the fuck around and have some fun, you know? And like just getting on the stage with those artists and just tearing that bitch up, like it was amazing,
And that
man.
brings up another point, man. You are an excellent, excellent hype man. Like last year, I remember specifically when Terrorist was on, you were fucking whipping the fucking
Uh
air,
huh.
just hyping his ass up all day. It was fucking
Uh
lit.
huh. That's what I was like, bro. It's yeah. I always do that to artists since I've been hosting shows for a long time. I'll be like, bro, if it's your stage, it's your stage. This is your time. If you want me to leave, be fine. But if I'm here with you, we turning this crowd up. And he was like, let's do it. And I'm like, let's fucking rock, bro.
He's the
And his
man.
shit was tough. His shit was fucking tough, man. And I love that, like for me, it's like a listening party while being on the stage at the same time. Because it's like a lot of the times, it's my first or second time hearing their stuff, or I heard their
for
stuff
sure.
like only through the promo of the show. You know what I'm saying? And so then I get up there and I see the energy they're bringing. I'm remembering bars and stuff that I didn't even catch the first time. So I'm just like, enjoying it as a fan and as a hype person, So it's just authentic. And then Cannabis is just making music even better, you
Mm.
know.
My
Makes
man is
everybody better.
underrated. I want to give a huge shout out to him. He's super underrated. He is
Uh-huh.
lyrically fucking impressive. Like
Fire.
I need to find the right person to get his music in front of because there's no good excuse that he is out here same age as us still doing what he's doing. Like yes, his music's great, but on a regular basis I gotta talk him out of like, hey, listen, your music's fire. You gotta keep making it. Like, keep making it. And
Uh-huh.
it just it's so people don't understand how hard it is for these artists. Like it's not always talent. It's about who you know and getting connected to the right person. And as soon as you're
It's it's
connected to the right
it's
person, pew,
it's like 2% talent. And the music industry today reflects that. Not to say that there is no talent in dumbing down music or anything like that. Like you gotta have some talent for people to like you. But it really is about amassing and being able to connect with the right people, whether that right people be directly to the audience or the right person to put you in position. Like this right here, being able to connect is what gets artists places. And like that's what had got me started in this whole journey in the first place was like I've always been a freestyle rapper, like just for fun, just because I love the art of it. But like getting artists that are nice in positions, like that's always been my like most fun part of it. Is like, nah, you nice, bro, and you gotta push this, you gotta push that. And so it's really about who you know. It's really about making those right connections. And it's about the image because people don't realize that what we all fall for in an artist first is the image. like the music comes second, but something made us gravitate to them that was like, oh yeah, I like that person. Cause like all of us know 20 million nice rappers by this point in hip hop. Like you've heard a million, but you're not gonna listen to every single one. But the people you can relate to that tell the right stories, that connect with you in the catchy ways, that have their image imprints is the ones that pick up and catch with you, man. And it's really all about that.
Yo, and my man Terrorist, I don't know if you know this or not, but he fucking engineers all his own shit too.
Yeah,
So
he mentioned that. Yep.
not only is he fucking ridiculously talented lyrically, but like he puts the beats together, he fucking mixes and matches all his own verses and hooks and everything. He actually had me come and do a song with him. He was super nice. He knew I was trying to fucking get on somebody's song. He was like, "Hey, come on. Come be on this song." You end up not you can't really hear me in the song too well, but that's smart on his part because it wasn't that good if we're being real. Um, but just to see him in his element and doing the recording and like, no, try it like this. No, try it like that. Okay, that's gonna be good. Let me layer this on top of that, and then
Uh-huh.
we'll smooth it over here. And my guy is wicked talented. Anybody out there right now, if you haven't looked up Terrorist, I'm gonna ask Steve to drop his name in the fucking notes of this show right along with yours, brother. And go check him out. Go check his shit out. It's
gonna be
fire.
right here. Oh, right there.
Got you. Shout out
Let
to
me
Terrence
tell
for
you guys
real.
something.
Back to weed. Back to weed. Sorry.
Back to weed,
I'm easily
exactly. And
sidetracked.
Daniel Farmington here. Would you like to add a little extra happy to your daily routine? Try One-A-Days by the Rehab Premium Company. One-A-Days to keep the doctor away.
back to weed. I'm about to sit here and go to fucking the moon, my friends.
Back to weed.
Let me just talk a little bit about Rehab Delights right here. It shouldn't even be called Rehab Delights. Let me tell you, it should be called Rehab Flights because I'm about to go to Mars with these motherfuckers. 150 milligrams each. That's all I got to say. And if I
He'll be
don't
at the
feel it during the
championship this year.
show,
Go check him out.
yeah. And if I don't feel it during the show, I'm gonna record it waking up in the middle of the night or sitting in bed with my wife, and I'm gonna let you guys know how it works. There's one. Oh, and they're fucking good too. There's two.
Uh-oh.
That right there is
One
the
more.
most
I'm
dangerous
done.
part.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I'm
he
done.
said 3. Yes.
I'm
See, I
done.
said that's the most dangerous part. Like
They're so good.
I gotta talk directly to
Like,
my
what the
cannabis
fuck's
creative
going
real quick.
on?
I really gotta talk directly to my cannabis chefs and my cannabis bakers and the edible makers. Y'all can't be doing this to us. Y'all can't be making shit taste so good and want to send us to Mars. Cause like
So good.
when you pop, like you understand, Pringles wasn't lying when you say you pop. You can't just pop one. The fun don't stop when you pop. You feel me? And like we want to eat them. We want to eat them. They taste good.
We want to eat them. We want
You
to
feel me?
eat them.
Cute.
I'm nervous
Justin's
for
over
you
there.
right now,
He's like,
Steve.
I was just saying, Justin's like, I'm fucking nervous. No. So listen, I'll be your Joey Diaz. Listen, motherfucker. I'm gonna take 1,500 of these Death Stars and I'm gonna go fuck yourself. No, for real.
I'm
I'll
nervous
let
for
you.
you, dude. Ian ate the baby brother version of that, which was only 50 milligrams, and he had 3 of them. And my guy told me that he was in a fucking video game, and you just ate triple that. So good luck.
That's 100 milligrams each pop.
No,
150.
150.
150. So you just took 450.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope whatever you had
So
to
listen,
do tomorrow
sour
didn't start at 8
cherry.
o'clock.
Sour cherry. I'll let you guys know. I'll call everybody in the morning and let them know I dropped it. But I'll
There
let
it
you know.
goes. You see? There it goes.
Let you know.
So
I ain't got shit to do.
I'm
King
glad.
Cosmic. King Cosmic. Have you
What's up?
ever grown the plant?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not one plant.
We got to
Not
get you
yet.
into it.
Of course.
Dude, if you think that weed is addictive, wait till you pop that first seed.
Oh, you see, and that's why I haven't yet. Because I know. I was mentioning on the other podcast. So where I'm from is an island that has a volcano on it. And in 2021, the volcano erupted. And luckily, and like this is like the most miraculous thing. It was just an ash explosion. So while that sucked for the time, now the entire island is covered in recently exposed volcanic ash. And so we know how good volcanic ash is to grow. And so
Nutrient.
Mm.
not
You
only
get
like
some
I one
jars of it and bring it home.
that's like I'm trying to figure out that right now, right? Is I want to be able to export that soil to my growers here,
This shit's
right?
gonna
That's the
be end up
first thing I
being
want to do.
regulated. Watch.
But like, there's a whole bunch of regulations on soil to soil transfer with the United States. You know they love the immigration bullshits. You know. But again, it's not about what you know; it's about who you know. So I'm gonna meet the right people to
Yeah,
get
you
that
could walk
approved.
through
You want
a
to know the
goddamn
crazy shit, dude?
airport with a suitcase
Or
of it, but immediately have a jar, you're going to jail.
uh huh.
It's gonna be harder to get an illegal immigrant, even under Trump. It's gonna be, or I'm sorry, I said that backwards. Even under Trump, it's gonna be easier to get an illegal immigrant in the country than it will that fucking jar of soil. I
Yeah,
promise you that.
Uh
for
huh.
sure.
Because that jar of soil has 1,000 illegal immigrants in it in the
Uh huh.
microbiology.
Uh huh. Yep. Yep. Yep.
You
Yep.
know what I
Yep.
mean? And potential insect eggs and fucking million other things. Oh, it's crazy. They regulate soil really heavily because
Real heavy when I
it
looked into it.
introduced some shit that this environment is
Has
not
never
fucking ready to
seen.
deal with.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Yep. Yep.
They ain't
Yep.
ready for that fire. That's a new kind of fire right there.
Uh-huh.
A
Invasive,
new
invasive
kind of
bacteria,
fire. Hey,
invasive.
hey, I'm gonna edit that out. Don't You can't ever say that again, Jano, because that's just gonna be coined. I'm gonna trademark. I'm gonna sue your ass. A new kind of fire, straight from the Caribbean. That's what I'm gonna call it. Caribbean cannabis. So we'll call it
But yep,
volcanic ash on that ass.
volcanic ash on that ass.
I'm
But
done.
yeah, man, that's what I really want to grow. Like I want to go back home and set up a nice
Uh,
little setup in the sunset. You
so,
feel me?
so like,
What island is that?
you.
Forgive
I would
my
say you
ignorance. What
sit home.
island?
Where is that? Yeah.
So it's in the South Caribbean. It's Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. Fun
Damn.
fact: it's an
Yes.
archipelago. Uh,
Yes. I know.
144 islands total.
Mhm.
Okay.
But there's a mainland and then a whole bunch of stuff. It's like near Trinidad, near Venezuela, way
How
off the
often
coast.
you going home?
I'm going back in a couple of weeks or
I
months.
saw you post something like it was your birthday recently, and you were like, "This is where
Yep,
I fucking should be," but you wasn't there. The
yeah, two
video, the
two two
video was
Sundays
all,
ago.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
saw. I'm up you. Just, I was like, damn, he ain't there right now. That's a whole video. I was like, damn, I wish he was there though. I
but
wish he
I'm going
was.
back. I'm going back home in a couple of like probably in March. I'm gonna go back home.
What's the weather right now?
It's warm. It's nice. It's nice right now. It's nice right now.
So you're gonna
Like
go back in March and cook.
oh man, like yep, that's exactly how it is. Because the last time I went back was in a February. I went back during February, and like you leave this cold ass area because like people don't understand. My birthday's in January, right? So to an American, you're born with snow. Like you should like the snow. No, when I was born, it was like at night it was 75 degrees, and we put on a sweater because it was chilly. Like you feel me? Like it's chilly.
Going
So
out there
I
like
in
did tour to
Argentine
Iraq,
weather
bro.
with
I
no
know.
shirt on, bro. Fucking outside, fucking mowing the lawn in the snow.
yeah, no, I'm fucking outside in the snow. And you guys from upstate, so y'all get snow.
This is
Like
the real deal
snow.
snow, man. Like
It's
this
not
is the
been too
snow
bad the
that other
past couple
snow
of
talks
years.
about. What is that?
It's not been too bad the past couple of years. It's
Nah,
been
nah, it's fucking, it's, I ain't even gonna fucking say because people jump on it, but times is changing. Times is
Times
times
are
is
changing.
changing.
I ain't gonna say the words, but times is changing, man. And you know what? I like a little bit of cold when I'm sleeping, but if it gets a little warmer, whatever. Whatever. But
so
it
I
fucking
did
snows here, man.
I did 9 months in Iraq, man, and there's no cloud cover there. So it goes from 130 degrees in the day. I mean, granted, this is in the height of the summer. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
130 degrees in the middle of the day to 75 degrees at night, and you're probably thinking, "Oh, it's 75 at night. That's nice." No, we had fucking winter jackets on. I'm telling you,
Yeah, because
that
that fucking
60-degree
temperature drop.
drop is fucking chain.
Yeah, man. No, I never had that luxury
hmm
of a coat on 75.
Um, all right. So flower or dabs, bro. Flower or dabs. What do you like?
Flower.
Say,
Flower.
I see
Flower.
you fucking them joints. I ain't never seen you fucking with a
Flower.
dab rig in your fucking face.
Nah. Like dabs, okay, so dabs now because of being in the cannabis space, I can dab my way out now. Like I've made it. I'm not like a dabber, but I can dab. You feel me? But flower, I like to, you know, ride the high. Like I like the whole ride. Dabs is a rocket ship. I like a plane, you
Yeah.
know?
No, that's a good way of fucking putting it, dude. Like for real. Like I feel like I've made since hearing you say that, I feel like I've struggled explaining why I don't necessarily opt to do like a rosin hit or a fucking dab hit. You know, it's because
Oh, you call it what it is.
I know the trajectory of a fucking pot plant, like a flower fucking joint, but you never know. Like it's heavy, bro. It's heavy. Like hits the bottom part of your lungs that ain't used to shit, ain't used to
Uh,
nothing, and then you have to breathe 6 times to get it out. You know, that's the fucking thing. I don't necessarily enjoy. I'm not thinking about it. If I knew I was gonna come in and be like have that heavy ass lung, that's what I call it, heavy lung.
I mean,
Fucking
here's a comparison for my businessmen out there. Flowers like the powder, and dabs are like the rock. I'm just saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
fuck, why you
Uh-huh.
say it like that? It makes me not want my wife ain't gonna let me do it now.
Cause
Crack
yo,
rosin, bro. That's like we could coin that DBA. Crack rosin.
crack Roxy.
Crack rosin. We got that. You got that CR? Yeah, baby, I got
Yeah,
it.
CR.
That CR. So it sounds
Cause
crack.
What's next steps for you, bro? What do you got? What do you got coming up besides getting ready for our show? You got anything fun in the works? Got any plans for the
um
future?
we got the Cannabis Awards Music Festival coming up this year too. Uh
Hang on a second. Didn't that happens after ours, right?
No, it's before ours. Typically,
Wait a minute.
no. This one's happening. It's gonna be in August.
I was gonna say
oh,
it happened
oh,
last
right.
year
They moved it
afterwards. Yeah,
last year.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I was gonna
supposed
say
to be
because
May last year, and then they moved it to August,
They
right?
moved it to August. Yep. So I'm gonna
well,
keep it in August because we're trying to
yeah,
do it in the city this year. Trying to
Okay.
bring it to the city.
they're not gonna
So
do it
my
at the farm
man
anymore.
terrorist that was there last year, he just moved down there in between. I can't remember the name of the town, but he said he's like a half hour outside of Poughkeepsie. So
Harriman.
I know you're moving to the city, but that's he's in
Mm-hmm.
between there. So I implore you to try to get him a spot in that
I'm
fucking
gonna
show.
hit him up.
All right.
I'm gonna hit him up. But yeah, I'm working on that and really just a lot more of the same. You know, I really just want to get into this, connecting in this industry. You know, meeting as many people as I can and taking advantage of this time period. Because again, it ain't not gonna be. It's only the first time. The first time. You feel me? This is the first
Yeah.
time in history that New York gets a chance to say what we want to say about cannabis while the ink is not dry yet. You know,
My
so.
man's over here quoting John Mayer.
Uh, do you? I feel like I might be ignorant in it, but I feel like I'm on social media enough to where I would see it. Like, are other states doing huge events? Like, I know, like Michigan has some, but like huge growing event, like California, fuck Vegas. Like, obviously they're doing it. They're selling pussy weed.
Colorado.
So
I'm talking like, are there huge, like, is Virginia doing like a huge home growers event, or are they small like pop-ups here and there that are just trying to pop out?
from what I know of Virginia so far, I think it's more small pop up stuff. Um, I saw there was a Florida Cup, so I know Florida's working their way around.
How the fuck does that work? How's Florida work?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get in there. Florida Cup. If you need a host, hit me up so we can figure this out.
Yeah,
Cause
dude, if you need to knock it out of the fucking park out of this world, why wouldn't you want the king, bro? The king of the fucking universe right here. Fucking King Cosmic. Bro, look at him. Look at him. You're on full
that's
screen right now. Fucking the
mm,
king. The Kang. Shit. But no,
I'm
like it's
telling you,
weird. Like I
man.
don't feel like I hear of anything anywhere else. Like I follow some people in Florida. I follow some people in Virginia, Michigan, all them fucking places. But it doesn't seem like
Michigan.
Michigan
I
is
don't
like the
think
only place I
in
do
terms
see
of
it,
the home
actually.
growers, I don't think many states get to celebrate the home growers the way you guys do and the way we do now. Like everything is all like more just a general cannabis culture because they have hash bash, they have the Cannabis Awards music festivals in a couple of states now. They have like just general awards, you
Yeah.
know.
Oklahoma
Um,
does its thing, Colorado does its thing. All the big states that came on before us pretty much got some kind of something going on. Beanstalk is traveling. It's not really a
Beanstalk.
growing
Fuck.
Push
competition, but Kushstock's
um,
coming to New York, bro.
What about
yeah,
Budstock?
Stay tuned for that.
Where's
I
Budstock?
got the finger on the pulse for that one.
Oh.
yeah, that I'll be excited about. That I'm excited about.
Yeah. Kushstock was dope. Probably the coolest. It was weird the way they had their sales set up, but
Hmm.
probably the coolest music cannabis event that I've ever been to was fucking Kushstock, dude. They had
Yeah,
Luda, they had Soldier Boy, they had
I would
Rick
love to
Ross on
host
the
Push
fucking
Stop.
menu, but he didn't come out.
Where'd you
They
go?
had
Where were they? Where
oh
was it?
shit, it was in Adelanto, I want to say it's called California.
California, yeah.
Um,
Okay.
and it's I mean, fucking Exhibit was there. Like, let me
Hmm.
tell you,
XYZ exhibit.
yeah, dude, I did not know how much I liked Exhibit until I saw that show. By far
Hit
had the best
my
performance in my
ride.
opinion. And I got to see Luda. I'd never seen Luda before, and I still would put Exhibit above him as far as performances go. Too Short was there. Like they fucking killed it. Killed it with their
Too
lineup.
short, baby. That's my name. I never ever been able to see any good rap. I've gone to rock and roll. I've gone to fucking metal. I'm a metalhead. I don't know if you knew that, but all this. I can't believe I actually pointed to it correctly. Um, but yeah, that's the one of the reasons why I also like this event because while we do have like those funk-ish bands, having that open mic, you know, for the local artists out of Rochester, it opens up your fucking eyes because songs are one thing, you may think I'm fucking like out of there, double R, hard tard, but like rap's different because it's talking and making it flow in a sense, not a sense, in a way that people can sit there and vibe to it. But it's not a
Hmm.
song just singing a bunch of random shit trying to evoke a feeling. It's an actual fucking sentence that someone lyrically fucking made to
Hmm.
sound right and still convey a message. I'm not trying to pull any your fucking tugs on your whatever the fuck it
Hmm.
is, your shoestrings or your eyeballs to make you cry. I'm trying to get you to understand the complete story. I think that's the
Yeah.
difference between rap and
Good
or
rap.
hip hop in general. Hip
Let's
hop
be
in
real,
general,
good rap.
yeah,
Hmm.
There's some
and the
bullshit
rest
out
of
there.
the
Let's not
music.
sugarcoat it.
Right.
There's some
I
bullshit
mean,
out there that's not telling
there's
any kind of
storytellers
story.
in any genre. Let's say that there's storytellers in any genre, but there's more storytellers in hip hop music than there is anywhere else, and it's a lot harder to tell a story in hip hop than it is. And it, again, I'm a
And make it
metalhead, and
rhyme
I'll
and
fucking
make it
tell you
on fucking beat. Like,
that's the
Uh-huh.
thing. Metal, rock and roll, all you need to do if you can't get something to rhyme, you're either going or you're fucking hitting a huge riff on a guitar. You know what I'm saying? And you're making that like an accentuated point with some fire or something like that. Rap's
Uh-huh.
different. It's hip hop's different, man. That's all I can say, and that's why I like the way we're going with this show because it is really for the people. It's not just a bunch of ear pleasing stuff. You actually have to listen to it to understand what you're hearing.
I'm gonna
Maybe
expose you more. You wait.
maybe those
Uh-huh.
Death Stars
You're
fucking
gonna
hit
be
me or
exposed.
something.
Well, I'm telling you, that's why I love hip hop, and that's why I love cannabis and hip hop. For me, like again, one of my favorite things about this is just how many like ciphers I've gotten into with a blunt and a beat, and we just get to chopping it up and passing the energy back and forth, and this, you get really creative with it. Like that, like the creativity that's unlocked through the plant is something extra special that I get to share with people. You know what I'm saying?
Now you said I think it was on this show. It might have been before we actually started recording, but I think you said that you've been freestyling for a long time. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yep, 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 yep,
Can
yep.
I can I put you on the spot? Can you do it without a beat?
I can.
But
I
I don't
can.
want to. I heard that in that tone. Don't worry.
Um, and not even that. If you want me to do it, I need to be challenged. So give me
Okay.
3 words. Give me 3 words.
Give me 3 words. All right. So let's do. Well, let's throw cannabis in there since it's a cannabis podcast.
That's a
So
long.
there
That's a
goes
big
one.
fucking word.
Let's throw in.
Music,
I'm trying
cannabis,
to think of something off the fucking wall with it, right?
music.
So
Do music as a word. Music's a good word to fucking to
music.
throw it. Yeah, the word music.
All right, cannabis, music, and
You picked the third word.
podcast.
Oh, shit.
And podcast,
And
Podcast.
podcast.
cannabis, music, podcast.
And just
Cannabis,
so you know,
podcast,
I just wrote down the time. So if you decide that you do not want to do this, it can be
cannabis,
edited out.
music, podcast. Okay. Uh, okay. 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 Um. So here we are. We chilling on the podcast. And my man's hit the blunt. Yeah, his brains blast. Kid Cash, pass with the big bass. And I want to make sure that I get class. But I'm going to be crass. So I'm going to hit the cast. And I'm going to make sure that we're going to pass and ass. And I don't want to, but I'm going to back it up. We hit the crisp. Pop it with the cannabis. I mean the cannabis. We all blissed out. We want to ride high with the big bow. Because I'm going to make sure that I bounce this music, get it all, and I'll make sure to consume it. Take 300 milligrams. Now we're gonna go bing bam, it's blam. We all out of here, out of space, and just like that, I ran the first place.
Yeah,
Fuck
dude,
yeah,
for
bro.
real. For
Let him
real.
cook. He did that off the fucking dome. I love it.
Yeah, dude.
Put on the spot. No idea it was coming. Shout out your fucking hostess with the mostest coming
Thank
at you.
you. Yeah.
Catch him
That's,
live. We're gonna make him do it again on stage. And
and that next time you give me a beat, because I love to ride a beat.
yeah.
I would have given you a beat, man, but I feel like after a while I would probably just stop. It was like, oh, fuck. Not because I didn't like what I was hearing. It's just, I fucking wanted to stop.
Well, we could
Playing
just
this
hit the
shit.
DJ. We just hey
Yeah.
hey DJ, pick a random beat or fucking you can arrange a beat, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then what we'll do is we'll say, hey, crowd, give me 3 fucking words. And then
Uh-huh.
let him fucking
Oh
cook like
shit.
he just
And
did.
just cooking it, yeah.
I can do the pressure
Just cook
cooker,
on
yo.
it.
That's what we'll call it, the pressure cooker, bro. Shit.
Pressure cooker.
Oh,
And
fuck.
what would be dope is if you do that and then some of the other local artists are like, yo, let me fucking hop out. I want to try that shit.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
This is a challenge to you locals. If you want to be in this year, be prepared to
Uh-huh.
fucking be put on the spot in the pressure cooker.
And the pressure cooker. The DJ at any point, if somebody calls pressure cooker, we're gonna have to cook it up.
Yeah, that's a fucking challenge right there, dude.
We're gonna have
The
to cook it
pressure,
up. I
the
cook it up with
pressure cooker.
anybody.
It's sort of like an open mic, the pressure cooker. Yo, you get up here. Get up here. Listen,
Listen,
if you are at the show and
I
you
cook it
asked
up.
us
I
if
cook
we
it up from the person in the crowd to the headliner. We could cook.
Steve, you're gonna have to go through here, and every time we say pressure cooker, you're gonna have to bleep it out because we're gonna start a whole event based on that, and we can't have somebody stealing
the
it.
pressure,
So I
yeah,
go through
the
it.
pressure cooker. Stop talking about it. Stop saying it. Yeah. No,
Oh,
so I was saying it earlier, and I stopped because it really was you were in a flow, you were talking, and I was asking about you how when you came up here last year, like how many days you were
Mhm.
here for. Well, I'm not asking you to like do anything, but if you did come up a day early this year, we're throwing an education event, and just having like someone walking around, like we're going to be doing content the whole time, have maybe you could host or be there for that portion as well, because
Okay.
like I said, there's going to be someone walking around with a camera the whole fucking time, not stopping and staying at one place for more than like a minute or two,
Uh
but
huh.
it's going to be built in, or in my head it would be built in, like that person holding that show knows you're going to come up and you might ask a question, or they might do something and look at the camera and you at that time, or whatnot, and then keep walking. But you're not out, like you're not going to stay there and shoot the shit with them afterwards. It's literally a cold walk away type shit.
Okay.
I mean, if you're up here the day before, if not, I planned on fucking finding somebody to do it. But if you're going to be up here, I'd love to have you fucking there to do it. I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
great.
That'd be
It's
fucking dope. Yeah.
not even putting you on the spot, but again, I'll edit it out. But if you ever wanted to fucking throw like a clinic on how to
Yeah.
fucking come up with
Nah,
some
that'd be a
rhymes
good
and
way to
some
get some
fucking rhythm in
content,
your
especially the
head,
day before. I
it's
like that idea.
it's maybe even throw in a little bit of fucking the lyrical work somewhere. Maybe there's an opportunity for people who aren't, on the day
Cook it
of.
up, let everybody get excited for the next day.
Yeah, no, that's the point. But
Build
it's
that
gonna be,
anticipation.
like mycology fucking classes. We're talking, trim, train, and fucking clone classes, not all exclusively in one, but like the science behind cannabis, like cannabinoids, all that happy horse shit. And we're actively looking. So if anybody out there wants to or thinks that they have the knowledge and something awesome to take to the table, bring to the table for the people that are here in New York that are popping into the event, by all means reach out to us. TheHomeGrowChampionship.com. We've got all the applications there for you to be able to do anything. We're talking what are we talking? Volunteers, enter, apply to be a judge, get some people's choice judging, enter the competition. Um, but really, if you come to the event, it's gonna be the greatest thing that you fucking came to for the whole summer. Maybe not your whole life, but it's gonna be the highlight for that summer. I'm telling you,
It's gonna be
it's
fucking great, man.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's second year. It's already the first year felt like it had been going for 10. I've gone to grassroots, and Justin, I know you talk about this, but like I've gone to grassroots my fucking whole life in Seneca Falls, because I wasn't always in Seneca Falls, but whole life in Seneca Falls, and while the camping aspect and things like that are left out because of obvious reasons, it's got the feel, man. It does. It's got the feel, and it's a trade-off. I think that it's so cannabis centric that it brings out everything good about why people used to and still do to an extent go to grassroots. You might not know. I'm looking right at you today, and I'm like, you probably don't even fucking know what I'm talking about. But there's a festival here called Grassroots, and it's
Uh
sort
huh.
of like a mini Woodstock for this area, because I mean Woodstock was here too, but
mini.
there's
Good luck finding
mini.
parking.
Yeah, mini. Good luck with parking for sure. It's mini, but it's got three stages,
Four
four
stages,
stages, four stages. Like they're always all packed. There's on-site camping, off-site camping. There's only like eight
thousands of
vendors.
people.
Dude, it's huge. But the
Uh-huh.
vibe there is when you were growing up, you were going there to get fucking blitzed. You know what I mean? Like you were going in,
Uh-huh.
there were no cops ever going in because it was technically private property. There were security guards walking around that were just like security guards. But that's what this event I feel like brings to the table, where it's like it's really emphasizing all of the things that were good or are good still about grassroots, but like times 10. You know, yeah, we have music, you know, there's music there. Great. But there's tons of food, and then there's just a variety of good times. Good times. Like, oh, what's this guy selling? Good times. That's what he's got. He's got good times right there. What's that? Good times BX1. Oh, awesome. What's this? This is actually some mids, but I'm just joking. uh
Speaking of Seneca Falls, shameless plug. Sorry to redirect, but Fall Street Brewing still got a couple weeks left as of this. Check it out on Saturdays, 10 to 2. Good little
6
market
weeks.
that's going on there on Fall Street. Well worth it. Also, Steve, I feel like by the look of your eyes, those edibles are starting to sink in a little bit.
Really?
I feel like they've gotten heavier since we've been
Yeah,
talking.
I feel like they're getting a little heavy there.
Uh, you think I'm
Why,
holding?
you not feeling like you're getting heavier?
No, I mean I took a couple hits of a pipe. I've had a lot of scotch tonight. Just birthday birthday weekend.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Um,
um, no, so I was gonna say, yeah, I guess I feel pretty high right now, and that's again a testament to a boy. Rehab. Right there. Sponsors our podcast. That's not all we got. The one a days. He's got indica and sativa.
in the hybrid.
Oh,
Nighttime, daytime. Oh, there is a hybrid too. Heavy hitters. These things are so fucking heavy. My boy Derek was trying to like hold it. Didn't even think about there being like an end cap on it. It was so heavy. He was just concentrating on holding it and lighting it, and he didn't take the end cap out. And I don't know if any of you guys seen the video, but
That was
fucking
funny.
seasoned smokers just trying to worry about how heavy this fucking
Trying to
blunt is.
smoke through a silicone plug.
Dude,
so
this thing, I ain't gonna open it right here because I ain't got no one to smoke it with, but oof, they're heavy and
So
they hit.
we're at about that time where we're gonna start bringing it to a close. But before we do, I want to give you
uh-huh.
a chance if there's anything else you want to get off your chest to
Um,
let the world know.
I really just want to say honestly that we got some time to build some community, and this is the time right now. As I said before, like you only get these beginnings, especially in a state like New York that gets a chance to legalize something and put things on paper and build brands and make a name and like this is the state of names, man. This is the Empire State, you feel me? And like I'm glad we're here doing it for real.
Hell yeah! And speak like just to jump on that train of thought real quick. Steve mentioned it, but I don't think we made a big enough point. If you want to be able to get ahead of the game for the next first time, we are going to have some mushroom education classes at that education day. So get there, learn how to get yourself started, learn how you can get in the practice of doing this for yourself so that when it comes around, maybe you got a shot at being one of the legal companies.
Uh-huh. It's
Anything
not
else,
too late
Steve?
in cannabis now, so like
It's getting
if
there.
you
It's
want to
getting
get
there
on
for
that, like
cannabis. It is. It's getting there
it's-
though.
the brands are still dropping new license types. They're still opening the markets, and it's really about getting yourself educated and not falling into the traps. Because again, that's the other side of this. That's what I really don't want to say too. It's New York. Let's be real. Like this is the city of dreams. This is the state of dreams, but it's also the state of crooks. You feel me? It's also a state of I say one thing and it's gonna go another. You know,
Okay.
and so you got to make sure you know how to protect yourself. Got to make sure that's why community is important because you might not have the experience that somebody else might. You might be able to reach over and be like, "Hey, do you know?" And they'd be like, "Yo, when I did such and such, this is what happened." And you could prepare yourself because people to take advantage of you, man. That was been one of the craziest things that came out of this legalization process is they promised a whole bunch of smoke. And if you wasn't prepared, if you wasn't like-minded, if you just was like, yeah, yeah, nope, took advantage of you.
All pun intended.
Sure
They
did.
promised a lot of smoke, you know?
So but let's not pretend like it's not New York. That they it's the stick up state, man. Like
New York's about its paper. Always has been, always will be. If you ever
always
think that's
will
going to
be.
change, you're sadly fucking mistaken.
You're in the wrong place.
With that, people, it's been a beautiful episode 13, lucky number 13. And we're out, man. Jam
We
that
will
fucking
catch
like
you.
button, jam the subscribe button, hit us in the comments, let us know what you'd like to see at the event. And we'll catch you next time.
Catch us at the event.
Where growers show.